Lemonnier. I'm the race duty officer on the Vendée Club 2016. On the watch system, we have to do a surveillance of the boats 24/7. So I just finished my night watch. I was working from 11 last night till 7 o'clock this morning, Paris time. And so we are 4 guys, and one is off, and the 3 others are splitting the day in 3 times 8 hours, and we swap every 4 days. It means we change the work times for all of us every 4 days. So when the guys come back from his little holidays, one guy is going off, and we change the positions. So we have 7 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the first, and the second is 3 in the afternoon till 11, and the next one is 11 o'clock at night till 7 o'clock in the morning. When I get to the office, I spend 20-25 minutes with my colleague to have a little sum up of what happened during the last shift, to make sure we are all on the same page and I know everything what happened. What we do is we do a lot of correspondence, emailing, monitoring, because the boats, as you can imagine, we have 22 boats now sailing, and they all have different questions or different issues or anything. So we have to answer their questions. We also have the team managers sending a lot of emails explaining stuff that may happen on the boat that we don't know, and it's very interesting for us to have even the little issues, because those little issues at some points may become a big issue. So we have a lot of contacts with team managers. We have the PR, press officer, and people contacting us for different kind of stuff, press release, hospitality programs and stuff like that. So we're a bit gathering all this. As well, we have a big studio live here in the headquarters near the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and that brings a lot of people every day, lots of guests, and we have to brief those people, and we have to organize a little bit the rankings for them. So we provide an Excel file so they know exactly what are the figures and what happened during the last official ranking. So this kind of little things takes a lot of time, plus the fact that even if we don't have any news from the boats, we have on our tracker, refreshed every 30 minutes, we have all the positions, so we have to make sure the heading and the speed and everything is fine on each boat. So basically we have an eye on the fleet 24/7. The fact that the boats are really relying on us. If something happens bad, they know that we're in touch, and we have all the different keys to try to organize the best solution for them. In terms of meteo, routage, if I'm talking about somebody retiring from the race and needs to go to shore, we have logistics contacts about everywhere on the key points as well. So we can provide a lot of help for the boats that need help. That's me who picked up the phone when the phone rang, and we were doing a little meteo briefing, weather briefing, and we have the red line, so we have a proper red telephone in the office, and when this one rings, this is pretty bad most of the time. That's what we decided with the boats. So we have 4 lines, 4 landlines, and one is the red line. So this one, if you hear that one, that's pretty scary. So I picked up the phone, and that was Quito, and Quito was, I can hear from his voice that he was controlling the situation, but he was a bit anxious, and he said, "Okay guys, this is what happened, I really need you to come and pick me up now." And I was like, "Ole, okay." So I'm in Paris now in the office, and so we know, because we all the patterns, we build them properly and we know them, but it's always scary because you don't know how bad the situation can evolve, and so you want to be efficient and be as quick as possible. So what I did is I first stated where the boat is. Then I contacted the next competitor, the closer competitor from him, that was Louis Burton. So Louis Burton, I called him, and he said he was very responsive. He said, "Yeah, no worries. I know where Quito is, but I'm 600 miles away from him, so it's going to be at least 2 days." And I said, "Okay, keep standby. I'll let you know what happens." And then I called the MRCC from the region, which happens to be French one, so it maybe made the thing a bit easier. But we are in touch on the whole race. We're in touch with the different MRCCs, so the search and rescue operation services from different countries. So they know us, we know them, and so I called them. I told them the situation, and said, "Okay, we're gonna call Quito and try to assess what happened and blah blah." And within half an hour, they called me back and said, "We have a ship very close to Quito." So that was good luck. It was only 110 miles away. So just stand by, and I called the captain of the ship after that to make sure he got the right informations. It went well. I was relieved when Quito jumped on the boat, but within 6 or 7 hours, the ship was next to the IMOCA, and Quito was safe. They were talking on the Iridium phone, and they were waiting for the sunrise to start the operations. And the conditions were bad when it happened with the keel failure, but when the ship came alongside, it was a bit lighter conditions and less wind, less wave. So the whole thing went well, but you feel how bad it can evolve in very very short time. So you're pretty worried. You have to bear in mind that the guy is alone on a big boat, and the keel is about to fall off, so he can capsize, and no more communication in a second. This edition is very normal so far, even maybe better than the previous ones, because in 2012 we had 9 boats out of 20 that didn't finish the race, and I think 2008 was 10 out of 20, and now we have on 29 boats we have 22 sailing. So there's no more breakage than we could have said, because that's a mechanical sport. The boats are going faster than it used to go, so for sure when they hit something, the damages are bigger. But so far so good. We have all this floating stuff that boats hit, and I think that's part of the reality we had for the last 15-20 years. There's no increase, not really. I think the boats are going faster, and that makes the whole thing as well. We have the boat really, the skippers are more covered in the cockpit. They're not going at all, less as possible, on the deck. So you can have those guys really stuck inside the boat without going out. And so we'll see at the end for sure. But for the moment, 22 boats out of 29, we're looking good. I think we know exactly what happens on each boat and what the background of each guy and what he's doing, what he's trying to achieve. And honestly, one of them is bad. They are all very good, and even guys that are in the middle in the fleet that nobody heard about, we have good contact with them, good email, we exchange about the mood, how they feel, what happened, what's the next options, just to chat, to have a little bit of chat. And because they can have exchanges by email with their families or team managers, but that's something else. The race management, they know we're here. We're not going too much towards them. We just wait for them to come to us, and this is pretty. I guess for them it's pretty reliable, and to have some people just monitoring. plus the fact that it's a very long marathon. So who knows? And they have their up and downs as well, the skippers, but they all know that. And you can push hard and have to stop for 24 hours like Jan Elias is doing right now under low pressure. He stopped the boat for 24 hours after pushing the boat full on the whole Indian Ocean. Wow, that's very hard, and that's why it's a tough sport, and not everybody can do it. The Vendée Globe, that's for sure.